Welcome back. So is this game better than Madden Mobile 25? Well, I'm about to test that out and find out today, so let's get straight into it, starting off by going throughout NFL Rivals and seeing what's in store, which honestly, we have NFL players, we have the actual rights for the game. It's NFL Rivals. We have the rights to get the players' names, their actual uniforms, the actual NFL logos and teams and all that stuff. So it's legit, okay? Now, with this game, we have Power, which reminds me more of Madden Mobile back then, Team Power. Then again, we kind of have that now in a way, to be fair, but it's like overall, but still it's Power. We have like 4,000 plus teams, so it's like Power. In this game, you can have the same thing. So yeah, but here's the thing. You start off low overall in the beginning. You work towards getting these high overall players. That's the goal. You do have an auction house. You have a market. You can put players on the market to sell. And you can also transfer players. You can trade players for better players if you grind throughout the game. The team is looking pretty good. You can also upgrade players if you play throughout the game too. You can see that I can upgrade this Tyler Lockett card. And he'll get up in his stats and probably overall as well. I can get about 5 levels. Certain cards you get up like 15 or something. Or a little bit more than that, depending on how good that card is in a way. You can make a squad, which is like a league. There's a power pass, which it's $10 for the power pass, not $30 like Madden Mobile. It's $10. And also you start off with 125 wide receiver right at the gates for just $10. Nelson Aguilar, not too bad compared to Madden Mobile. That's way better. Okay, let's see. You get a 109 through 140. You get really good players, honestly, throughout the $10 pass above. Let's keep scrolling. Let's see what they have. Yeah, just a bunch of the currencies for the game, like logos, good players in the mix. And at the end, you get 128 linebacker Isaiah Simmons. Oh my, the card is pretty good too. I like the animation and stuff like that. It's not too bad in a way. And if you are free to play, you will get 109 or above towards the end. And the chances to get a good player are not too bad. They give you like a 17% chance, 80% chance to get like something a little bit higher in a way. 3% chance I saw in there too. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, when you grind out the game, you're going to go in and get certain currencies. So they have this respect currency right now, which you can take and transfer in for like packs if you want, which you get 136 through 140 power player, or you can just trade them in for certain players throughout here. So they have a Cam Gill, a Landon Dickerson, a Quentin Lake, and a couple more. Brock Bowers is right here. Javon Walker, and last but not least, Calvin Ridley, which is the best card that they have to offer. 163 power. He maxes out at 228. It tells you what he maxes out on, and you can upgrade him when the time comes. Obviously, when you get him. There is 32 days left on this. When there is new content, you can come back, obviously, in the time when this ends, which it ends in 25 days, the power pass. So obviously this will still be here for the time being. You could probably still play a little bit, and then there'll be a new kind of content promo. But here's the thing. This is something that this game lacks. Promos. They have one based content thing. Yes, there is actually like a bunch of events and whatnot that happen every so often, which is cool. And you do get some pretty cool, nice players. You can grind throughout this right here, get a bunch of the currencies for the players, and then also you get the currency out of the field pass as well. And you get Darnell Washington towards the end, which is pretty nice. But it lacks those holiday promos. That's one thing that is negative about this game. They have their own content. They have the contenders. They have like these other promos for this game. There's no like Easter upcoming for NFL Rivals. That's something that is lacking for this game 100%. Well, now here's the thing. The people who say this game is better than Madden Mobile, I can see some aspects throughout it being correct on how there's multiple things that are better than Madden Mobile right now, which are, to be fair, the power pass. It being $10 is fantastic. That's cheap, and you get some pretty good players throughout it. And then we have a market, something that Madden Mobile took out the game. That's pretty cool to have in the game. Also, NFL Rivals back then didn't look like this. It actually had a huge update. That's why I'm playing it now. I actually am kind of interested into the game because it's not too bad. I think they have done a lot of good things to this game. and it can obviously kind of compete with Madden Mobile, but I don't think it's really on that level right now. But it's still like a close game to play towards Madden Mobile. It could be like your second option, to be fair, because there's still a lot of stuff to play through. You still have those real NFL players that they offer to you. You do have a bunch of store offers, which are pretty solid. Like you can get coins and gems to open these packs to pull up to a 99 overall, which is pretty cool. Obviously, there's a lot of money offers around the board to benefit your team. There's definitely pay to win people playing this game right now. That is an obvious thing that is offered across the board in any mobile game, to be fair. And also when we go to play, the gameplay, that's the question, right? And I say this is a top 2 game next to Madden Mobile just because there's real NFL players. There is actually like real promos as well. I bet when the draft comes out, they're gonna have a draft promo in here because they had a combine promo, but they don't have like every promo. Like I doubt they'll have Easter unless they do. That'll be sick. I'll keep you guys updated with the game. But gameplay, it's cartoonish. It reminds me of Madden Mobile 15 if they actually, made it more kiddie-ish. But then again, it's still pretty cool because you can play the gameplay. You can play offense and you don't need to play defense. I think that's pretty cool. It's not too bad. Honestly, it could get better over time, but I think for a starter, this is not a bad game, to be fair. I do like the gameplay a little bit. Some of the animations when you score a touchdown are pretty cool. You can also audible, something that EA lacks. They give you a 3-play option before you snap the ball, which is pretty cool. And yeah, honestly, there's certain things that this game has that EA needs to add to Madden Mobile, but obviously we had in the past. They'll never add it back again. It's just how it'll go. Obviously, look at that. I played offense, didn't need to play defense, and we end the game off with a win. And we'll move on and keep on getting rewards, which are coins and other currencies that will upgrade my players, which is fantastic. The game is obviously a competitor in many ways, shapes, and forms, knowing that it just got a pretty good update. But as I said, it lacks a couple of things that Madden Mobile has, which is definitely those promos. And I think that's really it, because this doesn't have a promo every 2 weeks. There's like a, I guess, 30-day plus pass of a promo that comes out or content. And also, I should say this, there's also like events as well. I think it's in events, right? Events, I click events. There's like things to enter into, but there was something else. I gotta find it. Player of the year 2025, daily events right here. So there's daily events too. They had new ones to get like gems and other stuff. There was one to get players I saw. I believe it's just in events. They don't really have much here for now. And also daily events, there is not much here. There's just one event per right now. So you just click enter and then you'll set your team up and then enter the events, and it'll bring you into the events and you can play against other people throughout the events and hopefully win some gems, right? It says right there, win points and get gems. Top rewards are 285 gems, which is pretty cool because gems will help you get packs to get better players. Also for the player events, if you click enter, these are gonna be more difficult, to be fair. And I would enter this when you build up your team, but I'm just gonna enter it for you guys here, just to show you guys right here. It says next reward at 180, and the top reward will be a 153 Trevor Lawrence. So it states that when you play throughout the game, you can go in and get these event points, and then you'll build up to getting players to then get the top rewards, which obviously I feel like the top reward is probably gonna be pretty hard to get. I'm not sure if it's for everyone. Let's see, rewards. Oh yeah, you have to rank first. So it's kind of like Madden Mobile with the ranking system, how they do like point attack. This is kind of like that in a way with the rewards. So there's some similar stuff going on. There is obviously the Madden Mobile has better stuff than NFL Rivals, and there's obviously NFL Rivals has better stuff than Madden Mobile. But at the end of the day, I think the only thing that NFL Rivals has on Madden Mobile is definitely a cheaper pass, a market to sell players, and fun packs. So you could pull pretty good players out of packs, to be fair. There's a pack right here for 600 gems, and you can actually pull the legendary players, the epic players, the rare players. Actually, you can pull them at any packs. The percentage chance is low, but Madden Mobile would never do that. They would never let you pull like event players out of packs like promo players. They would never do that. They only allow you to pull outdated players from like past months. So yeah, this is a little bit different in a way. But I think the highest overall is that Calvin Ridley, which is a 163 power card. They have animations of the card. You know, there's some things that are good throughout this game. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's not too bad. There's also some daily offer stuff. I mean, 5,000 gems for a 77 overall, or 77 power, I should say, for this game. I don't think that's good. There's certain things that are not great and certain things that are good, but yeah. Honestly, they give you some good stuff. So that's going to do for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want more NFL Rivals content, let me know. I'll put it on the channel for you guys. I'll see what I can do. I'll play throughout the game. And yeah, honestly, it's not too bad. It's like a pretty good competitor, as I was saying. It's not a bad second option for a mobile game for Madden or NFL. Yeah, Madden NFL base, because it's NFL licensed. So pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. And yeah, the update actually saved the game, to be fair. Because back then when it first came out, was terrible. There was no market. It was actually online. It wasn't in the game. And it was harder to get players. Now they actually put it all into the game to make it a mobile aspect and less kind of like NFT. It was more NFT based towards the beginning. This is more like a actual football game for mobile, which is cool to see. So that is going to do it. It wants me to play the event. I'll play it later. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, drop a like down below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.